Hello and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. I am here with Lucas, Master of Spider Science, and Paul, the Gizmo.
Yes.
And we're kicking about in the command centre.
Salve.
We thought we would have a stab at a few more of your questions because I think this will be episode 100 and it's an episode. Bloody tree anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be the tree.
Oh, the tree.
Yeah, it's something to do with the tree, which seems to be going on forever. So, well, you know, the fucking tree. How are you both, by the way? Sorry, how are you both? Well? Good?
Yeah, diodes are shiny.
I'm all right. Yeah.
It's all buzzing along quite happily. I'm running at 1.5 amps, I think. It's all good.
Why don't we start with... Okay, I've got a good one here. This is from Simon Murphy. Hello, Simon. I realise I'm too late, he says. But you're not, Simon, because...
Just on time.
But a question I've just thought of as I've been telling other people about your game. What would you consider to be the second best entry point to your story, assuming you'd say the start is the best, for people that want to get involved but are daunted by years' worth of catching up? Which episode should they start with? Perhaps you could make an out-of-story catch-up episode that brings people up to that point. I've been around from the start. I want to get the rest of my game group in on the action.
That's a very good question, but quite tough, because quite a lot of the establishment of the backstory starts right at the beginning. Quite a lot of seeding goes on. And even to shine a light on my stuff, you know, the Cole Cuthbert thing is at the very beginning, and it continues.
Yes, and Parker. Yes,
and the Parker backstory.
Yes, that's true.
I suppose you could filter out episodes. I mean, essentially, you'd need to listen to the first 5, as Paul said, to sort of establish some of those points.
Yeah.
But then you could, you know, I mean, I'd almost argue...
you could skip everything from about 6 to about 91, I reckon, 92. Yeah.
Our arrival in...
Evenstar.
Yes, the first adventure in Evenstar would be good. And obviously the tournament.
Yeah. I'm just wondering whether or not this catch-up idea of Simon's, how difficult is it? I'm just practically, in terms of if you...
Because you have to do something...
We're talking about 8 little 5-minute segments, potentially.
You could just say, in this episode, this happens, in this episode, this happens.
I could just say, welcome to book 2. Yeah. If you've not listened to book 1, let me tell you about where we are. We've got 5 characters and they've met this way. They've explored this cairn.
An executive summary.
You don't need to get into all of the specifics of the thing, lanterns and all of that. You don't need to get into, right?
Yeah.
Then you say, as we pick up the action, they are whatever. You could do that.
Yeah, executive summaries.
People could listen to the chapters, catch up, and then at some stage or other go back and say, you know...
If you're starting
the chapter
here...
at the beginning of Evenstar would be, I think that was one of the best bits.
Yes. You do a 5-minute thing before book 4 opens with the arrival in Evenstar. And you say, we meet our heroes as they arrive at the great city of Evenstar. The problem is collecting the thoughts together and doing it. I'm just thinking I can also probably sequence the release of the little catch-up episodes so that they would slot into the order.
Yes.
Simon, I don't know that we can...
There's not an easy answer to that one.
I would say... No, there's no easy answer.
I'd say start from the beginning.
Paul says start from the beginning. I would say I'll consider the idea of putting together some little 5-minute catch-up episodes. If you decide where you want your players to start, Simon, and you message me, I might be able to do something just for where you decide to pick it up. I would say that Lucas is right. If you skip through to about episode 40 odd, that gets you at the arrival in Evenstar, and I might be able to sum up where things stood at that point pretty well. You reckon?
Yeah, and of course you've got to label the episode with the Hesty Testapod song.
That actually is the issue for me. The mechanics of the story are relatively easy to summarise. You may not believe me, but they are.
Yeah.
But it's all the different NPCs and all the other characters that you meet that you'll just not understand who they are when they first arrive, and those kinds of references.
Start from the beginning.
Simon, we haven't got a definitive answer for you. I'm very sorry. Let us move on to another question. This one's another slightly sort of practical question from Jack. Jack Fulker. Thank you, Jack. Really enjoying your podcast. Randomly found you on Spotify and glad I have. Where did you find the materials to update the 3.5e version to 5e version of the Age of Worms? Thanks. Easy question. Quickly dealt with. There is a conversion document. Jack, I will find your question on social media and I will post a link. But I think I've actually got it open now. It's by somebody called Brian Criswell, who posted on a forum called EN World, which is a big UK RPG forum. And it pretty much does everything you need it to do. Sometimes I add bits in myself. Obviously, I have to do those adjustments independently. What I would say is I wouldn't worry about it too much, because a goblin is a goblin, an ogre is an ogre, and a fire giant is a fire giant, and so forth. So a lot of the adaptation can just be done on the fly. That's what I would say. Let's do another one. This is from Jean-Paul Bourdet. I hope I'm getting that right.
JP.
Don't know where Jean-Paul is from. Loving it. You guys are great fun to listen to, and the adventure is epic in every sense. What, 5-6 years to finish?
No.
Did you think it would take this long when you started out?
No.
Jean-Paul. We certainly did not.
No.
5-6 years? Yeah, 5-6 years. I reckon we're on... This is probably episode 170. And I think we're going to finish on episode 230. That would be my guess. I don't know what the spread is on that, but I would say about 230.
About a year and a half to go.
Don't know if anybody else has a guess. Yeah, about another year and a half to go.
Crazy.
Maybe a bit early for this question, but would you consider podcasting a different campaign or even a different system after the Age of Worms wraps up and you've all had a lie down?
Of course.
It is too early for this question, Jean-Paul. It's a simple answer to that question.
Watch this space.
We might do some one-offs around other systems. We kick these ideas around. We might do them while the Age of Worms is still running. As for a longer term thing, after we've done this, does seem to be an awfully long way off. I just don't know.
I mean, it's easy
possible
for me to say yes because I don't do the editing. So I think that's very much about how much you feel you can keep up with that. But I mean, of course, if lots of people were to pay us lots of money, we could pay for editors.
Well, I think that's going to happen.
Shameless plug.
I don't think that's very likely. We have a total readership of 12,
I know.
Lucas.
That's just sort of like an equivalent of buying me a beer in the pub.
I joke about the readership. We're doing a little bit better than, of course, I joke. But I have to say, this is our most busy week for downloads we've ever had.
Is it really?
I think so, yeah. We're not going to get into numbers. We are growing. We have got a little community of people, but I don't think it's a commercial thing.
No.
I don't think we'd ever,
I think also
that
you
way.
can't really have an editor who's not actually assisting while you're playing, because when you're editing, you need to have been involved,
true.
And you can't just edit it cold. You need to have been involved.
Also, we need a campaign. We'd probably switch systems.
Yes, definitely.
If we played D&D, we would actually play Pathfinder instead of D&D. I think that's pretty much certain.
Pathfinder
I don't think we'd
2
take on
even.
anything as
Yes.
epic as the Age of Worms, at least not next. I think it would be refreshing to pass the DM hat around.
Yeah.
I'd be more amenable to editing something different if I wasn't running the game.
It's a
I've always
double
thought
whammy.
that because effectively you're carrying like all of the burden at the moment.
Juggling the plot elements and trying to keep this bunch of people in some kind of sense of having any idea about
I
what's
have to
going
say,
on. That's the challenge.
Coming up with new voices must be really difficult.
I had to use unconvincing pirate voice number 3 the other week. I never thought I would have to scrape that far down into the barrel.
Yeah, that's quite...
So there you are, Jean-Paul. Sorry, we haven't got we haven't really apart from the conversion guide, we haven't had the definitive answer to anything.
No, we don't really answer
All
the
round,
questions properly, do we? Just waffle.
Most of these things boil down to work.
Yeah.
I will think about the catch-ups, Simon, and we will worry about what we're going to do next when we get there, I think.
I think the next thing will happen, but it will just happen naturally.
There we are. That's as good as we could get. Sorry we didn't have definitive answers. Mostly it boils down to doing extra work. Thanks, chaps. We've got some more questions. Still got more questions in the capacious sack that we will deal with in another intro, and we'll see who turns up in the command pod to do those. Otherwise, ratings and reviews are always welcome. You can find us on social media at Billowing Hilltoe on Twix, at Billowing Hilltop on Blue Sky and on Threads and on Instagram. And you can find us if you're old. You can find us on Facebook if you're older. You can email us at hello@billowinghilltop.com. Email us more questions and you'll get equally non-definitive answers. Or if you're going to be at Dragon Meet the day after tomorrow, Saturday the 2nd of December, Novotel and Hammersmith, email us, reach out to us. Maybe we could arrange to meet up, say hello. Otherwise, we've got no news or information. So thanks, Paul. Thanks, Lucas.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you,
Lucas.
Let us push on with episode 170 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. That's Ent-ertainment.
Fucking hell.
Right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Where were we?
I was here. You were there. Graham was there. Lucas was
Wailing
there. Johnny was there.
Woods.
Dan was there.
The wailing, the
tree of
Doomshroud, or
Wamping.
the Doom Cow, as Johnny put it. Should we do an email quickly?
Doomshroud.
Yeah, do an email.
We got an email from our friend Alison.
Oh, Alison.
Alison sent in a couple of questions, which we have covered, dear readers, in our reader Q&A little intro section that we recorded. I get so confused. I get so mixed up. We recorded it a while ago, but I think it's come out the week before you hear this, dear readers. But we're never really sure quite when what we record actually gets out there. But they were part of a larger email. Outside her question, she just said, "Hi, I just want you all to know that I'm still a devoted reader. I've connected with you on Instagram, which is lovely since I've never really been a Twix user. In between new episodes, I go back and listen to previous books." It's not the first reader to reveal this thing of going back and listening to them over and over again. "And I never get tired of hearing your voices."
Can you talk to our partners?
That I can't share, Alison. "Lately, I have been amusing myself by noting Dan's comedic moments. If I knew how to edit, I would make a reel of his highlights, and then I'd make one for each of you."
That would be very short.
Yeah, for now, I just have a list on my phone of my favourite moments throughout the show. Dark web hummus, Mike's danger noise. There are too many to list here. Please give everyone my warmest regards and sincerest thanks for continuing to make the best podcast in the world.
Oh, my God.
Third best podcast, Alison, I think, officially.
Thank you, Alison. I think that's really, really nice.
Alison, there you go. Thank you, Alison. What a lovely email. You're very kind of her.
Wow.
I'm here with Master of Spider Science Lucas and holographic, maybe he's not real, Graham, and the corpulent form of Johnny, and blipping away with his little lights and his wires,
Paul in his pod.
Paul. But the leonine form of Dan is not with us. He's late. I think he's late from his one-man performance of The Lion King at the Chichester Gaumont Theatre, which is touring, I think.
He's been groomed.
Or he's recording a new studio ident for MGM or something. He gets a lot of media
He's
work
doing
because
a
of his
solo
leonine
tour.
nature.
That's what I reckon.
He's doing safari parks throughout the country. Anyway.
I saw him stepping into a wardrobe the other day. Come out for a long time.
Yeah, well, that could have been it. Yeah. Yes.
Madagascar 4.
Oh, we're going to do... Oh, no, this will come out after that, won't it? Does this come out after Dragon Meat? I don't know. Well, if this has come out before Dragon Meat, which is on the 2nd of December, 2023, then we're going to be at Dragon Meat.
Some of us.
Some of us. Not Lucas, because Lucas, that near Christmas, is making preparations.
Yeah, lots to
Not
do.
Paul, because Paul
Well, the extension
Technically-
lead doesn't reach that far.
is unable to attend. Yeah. But the rest of us will be there, at least for some or most of the day. So if you message us on social media, you've probably heard a message to this effect in one of our intros already. We will try and work out a time and a place to be around so that if you do actually turn up and you want to say hi, then we can say hi. Right.
And
Sorry.
as per last year, you are welcome to buy me a pint of beer at Dragon Meat.
Well, though,
And
Thank you.
as per last year, nobody turned up to buy me a pint.
Well, no, they didn't. Well, that was before we won third best actual play podcast award from Ian World. So who knows? It's been a transformative moment for all of us, I feel. Do we really need a recap? Because there's not really much to recap, is there?
We're fighting a tree.
You're fighting a tree.
Hey, we're back to fighting.
You're meant to be silencing the song of the Doomshroud, which is this song that seems to burble through this horrible dark forest on this weird island that you visited by going through something called the Portal of Storms, looking for a library, and you've been set some tasks. And honestly, if none of that makes any sense, then
Join the crowd.
reader, you need to probably go back and listen to the last 2 or 3. Where we left things, we had hit in number 20 on initiative after Burple's round and before Sessions round. This thing has acted, well, it's done something, you think, out of turn, as it were, rather worryingly.
Oh, yeah.
It has started to wail, this awful, keening song of despair.
I apologise.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Dan has joined us.
It's
Dan,
mysteriously joined us,
we've explained your absence,
and you're back again.
which we won't get into now. This awful keening wail has washed across the clearing, and all of you are caught in its awful sound. And everybody has to make a wisdom save, please. But, of course, new session, new dice.
Oh.
Ooh,
If
that
we
sounds
saved
handy.
last time, we still having to roll.
You made a save when you heard this song at a distance as you were falling asleep last night. This is a different order of being entirely.
Right. I think I've got earplugs in, haven't I?
Pardon?
You claim to have.
Yes, you do. I don't know whether or not that works because I'm not sure if you actually. Yeah, well, I'm going to say you. Yeah, okay, you can roll at advantage, Johnny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wisdom, was it?
Wisdom save. Yep.
Scaly
Oh, dear.
starts with
4.
Oh, wisdom.
fucking 11.
Oh, dear. So,
23.
What we all do, we all need to make a save, do we?
Oh,
17.
17 from Johnny. Yep. And again, because you're rolling at advantage.
Is 17 good enough? Or do I need to
And
psych
again,
the
because
dice
you're rolling
up?
at advantage.
Yeah, I just need to know if I... oh, is again.
You just need to know to roll again. Just roll
A
again.
1.
Yeah, I mean-
but I get to re-roll that.
You get to re-roll the 1
Because
you're
I'm a
halfling.
hobbit.
Yep. Even though you think you're a dwarf. And you get a 19.
19 plus 2, 21.
21. Okay, so you get a 21. That's not enough, but they can keep going. No, it is enough. Of course it's enough.
I might use.
Scaly, what'd you get?
Scaly got an 11, and I'm just thinking I should use my Ort dice.
What about Sessions?
11's not high enough.
No.
Not a chance. Purple gets a 9.
Sessions gets 26.
Wow. Okay, so Burple's got a 9. Burple's failed.
I'm going to use a
Scaly's
Ort dice.
failed.
Scaly's going to do
And
Ort dice.
Parker is, and the other 3 of you. So right. So okay. So okay. So
Scaly's going to do
Burple and
Ort dice.
Sorry, Burple and Scaly. It's Ort dice time
Yeah.
So I get 19.
in total. Okay, and Burple gets 8.
Yes, I thought as much.
Not very wise for a bard.
A bard's wise.
You kind of.
Is Michael Bublé?
Their
Is
law.
Michael Bublé wise?
15, that's respectable.
15 is respectable, but unfortunately, it is insufficient.
Fuck's sake.
Scaly and Burple, you are both seized by an unshakable hopelessness.
Oh, this
That doesn't sound good.
Is this a fear thing?
No.
No.
Oh,
Is this the minus
It
a
is.
dice thing?
Very cleverly, hopelessness.
not a fear thing.
It's not fear, it's not charm, it's hopelessness. We'll get into what that means
Condition means, yeah.
to have hopelessness
This
and how
is-
you might become hopelessness
Dismiss this. Mm-hmm.
later. And we will move on to sessions on 18.
Okay. That's still not good.
Octobomb.
I think it's out of range. I'll have to check how far away it looks. What space does it actually occupy, Mike?
Let me just give you the answer to that question because the
The tenderly thing's quite
the
difficult.
giant mini we're using, doesn't actually codify that. We'll put, to the extent that it's useful, we'll put a base in for it. The answer to your question is
I think it's going to have this auto save, though, isn't it?
It's either got a limited number or it does one of a round.
it has a 15-foot base.
Oh, okay, so it's smaller than the mini.
It's smaller than the mini. Would you
Oh,
like a
it's way
15-foot thing?
It would be good if
As a
it's
help?
about the right size, just so we can kind of work out where it is.
Yeah.
The area of the main trunk is
Yeah. So it.
what it is, really.
Okay, I'll use my action to conjure an air elemental.
Okay,
Nice.
get you an air elemental, or maybe I should get you an elemental.
Air elemental.
Air elemental. There we go. How big is it?
It's large, apparently.
There you go. Put on a mini for you. Air elemental. Bosh.
Okay, bosh. And then I'll suggest that it goes and wellies the tree. It's got a
Okay.
speed of 90, so I guess it can get up to the tree.
Yeah, especially since it probably doesn't actually have to appear next to you, right?
Oh, it doesn't. Actually, it can appear up to 90 feet away from me, so I will...
Well, there we are. So you can summon it at the tree.
and then tell it
And
to
it
charge
starts
into
to-
the tree and welly the tree.
Got it. Do your welly. Do your
Okay, I
welly.
need to work out what it can actually do. I suspect...
That's fine. Take your time.
I think it's got slam attack, hasn't it? So it just kind of slam attacks one target. God, it's not really
I think.
particularly...
Well, no, there's the engulf thing, but I don't know that that's going to.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not sure it's going to have any effect against. Let's just have a look. It doesn't seem to have any limit on how big the thing can be. Whirlwind. Each creature within the air elemental space must be... Oh, God. DC 13
Yeah.
strength check.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be very effective. I think we'll use it for the wellying this round anyhow, Mike.
Got it.
So it's got a slam attack.
Yeah.
Armor class 21.
Armor class 21 is a hit on the tree.
On the tree, so it takes 20 points of slam damage. That's quite effective,
Okay.
although that was virtually maximum
Yeah.
damage.
It's looking... You've taken a chunk out of it. It's been pretty majorly crisped by 2 fireballs from purple, basically. And then there was a guiding bolt, bit of radiant damage.
The radiant, well, that would be my go, I believe.
On...
80, Parker.
Yes, I'm just checking.
Unless it's going to do
Yes.
something nasty.
At the end of the elemental's turn, it slams at the elemental.
Okie dokie.
Rolling an 18. That's going to be a hit on the elemental. What armor class is the elemental?
It's an amazing armor class 15.
Okay. Well, that's definitely hit the elemental. Does it take normal damage does it take bludgeoning damage?
It has damage resistance to bludgeoning damage.
Stupid bloody tree. Well, there we go. Can't do anything about it, can I? It takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage, so it takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and then
And it is Parker on 18.
Right.
10 points of
Parker
damage.
will-
Apply damage. Whoa.
Parker is over on the right side.
Yes,
of
Parker
the-
has done his little encirclement.
And he will now continue to
maneuver.
carry on southwards.
Yep.
There's a little sort of outcrop.
Yeah, there's a little bit where
Upwards.
the trees sort of... Yeah, there's a little prong
So-
of trees that stick out into the clearing a bit.
And then I am going to also plant a fireball on it, just a little bit to the south of the tree, so that it gets the tree and not the elemental.
Yeah. He gets a saving throw.
Which he gets a dexterity save
So
DC
16.
50, which is
He makes...
so
16.
nonetheless 8d6. It's 27, so you can save that to half.
13 points of damage. Well,
Every little counts.
no, because it looks like even though it's saved, it took the full welly.
Ooh.
Something that you think Purple had noticed from the previous
Yes, I remember now.
week. On 17, it's Uncle Buggy.
Okay, I'm going to move out of the tree line.
Yep, back to your...
You're doing your reverse Homer.
The reverse Homer. That sounds like a very sad sex position.
It does slightly, doesn't it? Let's banish that from our minds and move on.
Yes, let's just never speak of this again.
Okay, I am moving. I'm proceeding southwards.
I'll get the
Proceeding
marigolds out.
south
Proceeding southward, yes.
towards the tree. I'm going to do another guiding bolt, a third
Yeah.
level guiding bolt. So +7 to hit onto this dice roll. Bugger. 12.
Oh,
Is that a hit?
There's a miss.
A waste of a third level spell.
Hello, miss.
Hello, miss.
Then I am going to start raging.
Okay. Okay. Right, Scaly.
right then.
Let's talk about hopelessness.
Now, can I just first, before you start, is it a
Yeah.
spell? Was
Yeah.
it a spell?
No, it's not a spell.
Arse.
Oh,
It's a thing. It's a horrible nastiness.
I know you lot. Dan's had it before, and Parker and Purple have had it before.
Hopelessness.
Yes.
Hopelessness. Buggy's had it before.
Bugs had-
Buggy's had
no,
it. Buggy's had a
when
problem
we
with-
were in the when
Yeah,
we were
down-
down in
Oh,
the
yeah,
well
yeah,
with
yeah.
the creature.
I remember it
That's
being
the one.
ultimately
Yes.
annoying.
I think
Yeah.
there's no other way of putting it. It's massively, massively annoying. Not as annoying as the way that things are going for Tottenham tonight, but annoying.
No,
We have the football
It's
on
quite-
in the command
it's
pod
quite a
with-
thing.
with the sound down.
I really was
We
happening.
were
with-
winning, and now everything is literally, you know, that
I
thing
think
with
the
the
players are
clown
actually
car.
literally
The clown
falling
car
apart.
just suddenly, just everything just goes. All
our
the wheels
season
collapse.
just ended, I think.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
yeah.
Romero's been sent off, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we don't have backup. Then Van der Ven has gone off, looks like he's pulled a hamstring.
Yeah.
So that's
Both
both.
James Madison
our-
has gone off.
Both our central defenders, and then our best other player, James Madison, has also gone off injured.
I think there's
Yeah.
a problem with Pedro Porro as well.
Yeah, Pedro Porro injured himself.
I just
Kick-
Graham
kicking
is
one of
trying
the
really
Chelsea
hard
guys.
to keep smugness out of his voice.
I'm
It
not.
is
I
just
mean,
like-
I thought
How we're still in
Yeah.
it at 1-1, I don't know, because Chelsea have had 2 goals disallowed.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's a bit, it's unmitigated
Didn't it?
disaster, the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Did it?
You've
Anyway.
got every reason to slow this down, Paul.
Yeah.
But right, you are overwhelmed with despair.
a known feeling, yes.
You cannot attack or target any creature with harmful abilities, spells, or other magical effects. That's the
good part.
That's the good part. You feel that you are... There's just no point in going on anymore.
Scaly. No, that as well.
And all you want to do is just trudge towards the tree, which is the only anything in the universe that offers any kind of purpose.
Oh, I see.
Join us.
Well,
I think I'm going to
join us.
I don't think you're capable of
anything.
Of what?
The dash action. So you're not going to sprint.
We shall show you the way.
I think you sort of slope / trudge towards the tree.
Okay.
There you go. You can kind of do other things, though. It doesn't say that you can't, for example, I don't know, heal yourself or whatever, but you can't target other creatures with harmful effects, and you want to trudge towards the tree. As long as you meet those two conditions, you can kind of do what you like.
Okay, well, I'm going to put my massive chopper away because it feels a bit limp. And
right, yeah.
Flaccid in my hand.
When you want to drag it behind you really pathetically.
Oh, a bit like Linus and his...
with the blanket, that kind of...
blanket.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. And I'll just start walking slowly, really slowly. Maybe at...
Despondently.
Yeah. One foot around.
In a slough
maybe.
Of despond.
Brain the size of a planet.
Brain.
They want me to walk towards the tree.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try and have a think of...
You going to move yourself? You going to move your mini?
Yeah, all right.
Let's get it right in there amongst the branches. Branches. Let's get it right in there amongst the Francis.
Okay. Well, he's feeling really kind of upset, so he's not going to move that quickly. You don't trot along happily. He might just move.
You don't push it
that far.
I think all you can do is trudge towards the tree.
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to move.
Take the dash action.
It doesn't say you've got to move as quickly as you can. It says you've got to trudge. That's a trudge speed.
That is true. Let me absolutely check the text to make sure there is no specific thing prescribed for you there.
Oh, and also, wait a minute. It doesn't say which side of the tree I need to. So he might just circumvent the tree at a distance.
And you must head towards the source of your despair to the neglect of all other needs, including eating and sleeping.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, well, we'll come back to that.
So he's going to just take a moment to decide which side of the tree to trudge towards.
Really?
He might go to the other side of the tree. He might be so despondent. He's like, this is not the good side.
All you can do is trudge towards the tree, Scaly.
Yeah, there we go. I've trudged towards the tree. I've moved one square diagonally.
Fine. It's the tree. What is the tree going to do? Might trudge towards Scaly.
Is this, by the way, is this a magical effect on me?
It must be magic, yes.
Okay.
It's not mechanical.
Can I do a dispel magic on myself then? Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends 4th or higher. Make an ability check. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
Even with a... There's
Nope,
no DC, it just doesn't go away.
There's no DC. I've got a very specific piece of text here talking about what must be done in order to end the effect. It's a list of the things that will work.
We've encountered this before.
Okay.
It's a short list.
Does anyone remember what they are?
All right, I'll just knock that spell off then. Thank you very much.
Do the trudge.
And I'll just do the trudge.
The tree doesn't know about Parker. I think what it would do is attack the elemental. Odd though that is, it's going to attack the elemental. So, it slams against the elemental.
Boo. Okay.
Well,
it probably would. It's right in its face.
It's right in its face. Precisely, it can't really do very much while this thing is sort of there. So, it has 4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting armor class 20.
Hit.
22. Armor class 20 again. And armor class absolutely silly.
Yep.
And it does the following damage. You might as well roll it all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
80 points of bludgeoning damage against the elemental, which is 40 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Well, the elemental is still in the fight.
I thought it might be. On 24, afflicted by hopelessness, it is Burple. Burps.
What?
All you really want to do is trudge mournfully. We're saying you don't have to take a dash action. You can only really take a move action. Trudge mournfully towards the tree. But you can do other things.
What's the point?
So as long as you trudge towards the tree...
What's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
That's just the way that this weird hopelessness effect works. As long as you try.
Well, first thing I want to try is a counter spell.
Yes, you want to do a counter charm, you mean?
It's called counter charm. You're correct. It's called counter charm.
Yeah, it was called counter charm last week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called counter charm. That's what I said. Gives you advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Yeah, you can make another saving throw, but not at advantage.
Okay, and not with my auto dice, I'm assuming.
Well, you already used your auto dice.
Yeah, I know. So there's not much chance of it doing anything, but let's give it a go.
I mean, I could be super nice.
I think you're being quite nice already. Do you get a save?
Yes, you do. Counter charm is specifically called out as one of the things that makes a difference to this. But the way that it's worded, depending upon the way that you would interpret it, if you were feeling nice, you might say it doesn't say that you don't get advantage. I'm going to read it to you. Counter charm gives the target one more chance at the wisdom saving throw, is what it says.
Right.
So it depends on how exactly. Depends on how you interpret that. One more chance makes it sound like you get one more go at the wisdom saving throw, the one you made earlier. You'd have thought that it would say something specifically about advantage, since the counter charm gives you advantage against, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, it doesn't say it doesn't. I'm going to roll a d6. When I don't know the answer, I always roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, you don't get the benefit of advantage. On a 4 to 6, you do.
I mean, it's going to be moot. I'm going to fail
It's
anyway.
a don't. Right. Well, you never know.
You never know.
Okay. We left it to the gods. We left it to Ort, and you roll.
Oh. Yeah. Even at advantage, it would have been a 6.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Well, it was worth a go, you know.
Well, it was worth a go.
Sigh.
Yeah. Sigh and double sigh.
Sigh and double sigh. You must trudge, burps.
Yes.
On 20, this thing can do something else.
Right.
It's the first task of 4, chaps. What'll it do? What'll it do? Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. The branches of the tree undulate magically. You hear a kind of ooh noise come out of the tree. And emerging from the corner of the clearing come 2 new tree things.
Which corner of the clearing?
Don't worry, here they come. Here come the tree things. Here come the tree things. There
I
is
see a tree thing.
tree thing. There is another tree thing. Those are the tree things today.
I can only see
so
one.
they sort of...
One at the top, one at the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
one in the north,
Yeah. I get one.
east corner, one in the southeast corner. 2 trees that were forming part
Oh,
of the
lovely.
clearing boundary seem to have woken up. They shake themselves into activity, and I think they start trudging towards the source of their evil master's horror. Let's get them moving. How fast do they move? Pretty fast. One of them starts heading across towards you, Burps. Doesn't make it. You just think, oh, typical. And one of them starts heading in towards the... well, it's sort of making a beeline either for Buggy or the tree or something. On 18, it's Sessions.
Right. Okay. Let's start with the thing that might actually be moderately successful. So the elemental will try Whomping.
Right, the Whomping Willow. Yeah.
The Whomping Willow will Whomp.
Will Whomping Willow will Whomp. Whippity woppity woo. Wompy wompy wompy. What is it going to do?
18? Probably not.
Is a miss.
Yeah, okay, that's
Hello, miss.
That's that. Sessions, then, I think... I can't remember whether I remember this correctly. So Sessions is going to swoop out on the sweepstake.
Yes.
Hurtle to Burple.
Hurtle to Burtle.
Hurtle to Burple.
Hurtle to Burple.
Hurtle, Burtle, hurtle.
I'm going to then cast Remove Curse on Burple, and then he's going to about face and hurtle back into the forest where he was. So I think Remove Curse might have been one of the spells that removed it last time, but I could be wrong.
I can't remember either.
And yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Okay, that has no effect.
Okay, so it wasn't one of those.
It might have been back then
I think
for the
it was
other thing.
heal.
But it was.
Well,
but
heal's
it's not
not
in this instance. In this instance, it's not been effective.
Okay, but it seemed like a good try.
It did. There was Breaking Sharpen or something as well. I can't remember. You talked to discuss as well. I can't remember
Breaking
what one
Sharpen, I don't have
eventually
that.
did. Whatever. I'm not trying to lead you. that may be equally ineffective. Like I said, the list of things is extremely short of stuff that makes a difference. Counter charm was one of them. On 18, it's Parker. Parker, you hear a worrying rustling from the trees around you and giant thuddy footsteps, elephantine, as these animated trees start lumping their way into the clearing. What do you want to do? Your great
Hold
big
on.
green monster.
Do I hear, other than the two that I can see, one?
Just the two I'm talking about? No. Relax.
Okay, that was a bit
Right. I thought
scary.
you were implying that there was something
There's
else coming
more.
through the
Yeah.
woods.
It's like Burnham would come to Dunsinane. No,
Yeah.
it's just two trees
Okay.
thumping about. But I mean,
So-
obviously the precedent has been set, Parker. That's what I mean by worryingly.
Yeah. Do I get the impression they've spotted me? Because I am
Nope.
actually in the
No,
woods.
nothing's reacted to you.
So I'm going to move stealthily then into this little outcrop. And from there, I'm going to do another fireball.
What about the fireball last time? Damn, it does know where you are. Oh well.
Seeing as it was
Yeah,
so
roll the blue dice.
effective last time.
Yeah, rolling the blue dice of power. Here we go. Looking for, was it a 15? Fails its saving throw, Parker. Oh, finally you get a break. How much damage is that?
22.
22 points of
Such
damage.
Bad dice.
That is exceptionally bad. It's looking quite singed.
Good.
The fireballs definitely seem to be the thing that are making a difference. But it's not looking vulnerable. On 17, it's Uncle Baggy.
Right, I am going to run up to it,
All the way up.
all the way up, and
Okay.
next to Scalio Tool.
Yep.
I'm going to bash it with my axe.
Baff it with your axe. Yep.
Bash it with the axe. Okay. First
Yeah.
attack, 24.
Is a hit. Even despite your axe being. Yep. Here's a hit. Yep.
Okay, I do absolutely rubbish. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Okay. It goes.
Some of that's divine, if that makes any difference. Another bash. A 19.
Is a hit. How much damage
this one
time?
doesn't have divine damage. Okay, I can use it once
Right.
around. It
Yep.
does 11 points of damage.
Okay. You definitely thumped into it. Doesn't like axes very much, as you can imagine. Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, gonna chop you down. That's what I say.
Okay. It's an odd sort
Of
of
an evening.
woodcutter pirate thing going on there. I don't know. Anyway, on 14, it's Scalio Tool. Scaly.
Yeah, nothing I can do. I've been through character sheet backwards and forward. I
Right.
don't have anything. I don't have a spell I can cast myself. I suppose what I could do, if anything, is
Lay on hands or
yeah, I could do.
second
I could do a
wind or-
heal. I mean, does Buggy need anything?
No, I've got loads of hit points. I'll be alright. I'm next to you for your +3, whatever.
Oh, I just thought you liked me. It's actually you just want to.
Just want to
Yeah,
leech your
Raven.
bonus.
Like a leech.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't mind a heal while I'm at it.
absolutely not.
That's right. Milk it for the most.
Absolutely craven.
Come on, give us a heal.
Absolutely not.
Go on,
Not
go
in a
on.
million years. Not after that.
Come on,
Anything
I'm a
else,
frontline
Scaly?
fighter. I need the healing.
Anything
The
else?
primary fighting resource. I need the healing.
I could do an aid on you, I suppose.
Anything? Grateful for anything?
I'll do an aid. There you go. You increase by 10 hit points. There you
10
go.
hit points,
That's me.
excellent.
There's nothing
Thank
I can do. Honestly.
We'll do it on yourself
Were you
as
not
well.
included in the aid
Like,
this morning? Do they stack?
I have no idea.
each target point maximum and current hit points increased by, in this case, 10.
Fine. Yeah. Cool.
So that's me as well.
How many people can you do?
Three.
Oh,
Within 30
Wait.
foot.
Oh, well, you could do the air elemental.
Oh, okay. I'll do the air elemental as well.
hair emmental. Yeah.
The Emmental.
Air elemental could
You'll do the hair emmental.
Hair
might
elemental.
keep it in there
It's
in
a
the
hair
game a
element.
little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's a
Actually,
hair
am I
element.
anywhere near? Am I within touching distance of the
Well, of the hair element.
hair element?
I'm saying yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let's give it.
Hair elemental. Be careful of my perm.
I
It's
think
not
what
damage
I'm
it, is it?
gonna do. Lay our hands.
Haven't you just
Lay
done
your
aid?
hands.
Lay on hands.
Lay your hands.
Lay our hands. How much does it
Well, you
want?
can do Oh, well, rather than the aid. Hang on, I'm a bit confused now.
Well,
yeah, I'm really confused. We're knocking 10 hit points off Buggy. Anything that does that would be funny.
But I've got
What?
lay on hands
Doesn't
is
any
an
effect
action.
that gives you temporary hit points replace the temporary hit point effect of any previous spell?
I haven't had any aid. It wasn't done on me last time.
Okay, sorry.
But the
I just wanted
aid
to
is a
check that
spell,
because
and the
it's-
lay on hands is an action.
But they're still both temporary.
It's for
hit
that
points.
actions. Is the lay on hands a bonus action?
No.
Yeah, so
Right,
you
so
can only
the spell
do
is an
either
action.
or.
Lay on hands is an action. So
I think it's
you know.
much better to do the.
But you're
element.
hasted, aren't you?
Yes.
So you can take 2 actions.
Yes.
Can you?
Is that
or
right,
does
chaps?
it
Or
give
can
you
you
an
cast-
attack action?
2 move actions, isn't it?
Just gives you another attack and more move. It doesn't give you 2 spellcasting actions.
And
No,
obviously-
sorry. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and it gains an additional action on each of its turns.
There you go. So you can do both.
Oh no,
You can do it.
that action can only be used to take an attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. Sorry.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do the lay on hands on
Right.
the Emmental.
The hair
Hang on,
element.
does that mean I don't get my aid then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many
Bloody
hit
hell.
points can you lay on hands?
I can do up to
Healing
70.
a monster instead of
You don't need 70
primary
hit points.
fighter.
You just said you got
happily have
loads of hit
another
points.
50 hit points.
Yeah, it's
50,
healing the
No,
primary
go on,
fighter.
it's all right.
Even you couldn't say that normally, Johnny. You had to get it out really quickly. Primary fighter.
how many hit points does the Emmental want?
Well, you said you could do up to 70, but like 50.
You'd like 50. 50. Done.
The hair element has been
Healed.
healed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now it's the tree. The tree is going to welly 1 to 3. The hair element 4 to 6. Uncle Buggy.
It's not going for.
No,
It's not going for Scaly.
I'm a devotee.
It's not going for its acolyte, Scaly, one of its worshippers.
Could I do a
Oh dear.
Channel Divinity Wrath of Storm as a reaction when it hits me?
Is it when you're hit, though? You have to be hit.
Well, he just hit me, didn't
It's
he?
not. No, I haven't rolled yet. Is it attacked or is it hit? That's my point.
When a creature within 5 foot that you can see hits you with an attack,
Right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What's your armor class?
never you mind.
What is?
Roll the dice
Okay.
and tell me if you hit.
That's cooperative of you. Armor class 27.
Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, I think that's a hit. Right, Wrath of Storm.
Yes.
And
What? Yes.
But I was going to say I'm going to max out the damage.
Right. But you haven't
Now
done.
I've seen your
what
dice roll,
happens?
maybe I always say that.
Oh, that was. I think that was just a random.
Was it a random dice roll? Can you say that's a random dice roll? Because you rolled it before I said whether I was going to do the.
You want confirmation that it's not succeeded before you max out the damage.
Well, I'm being honest. I mean, you
Good.
rolled the
Max
dice
damage.
before I
Fine.
told you
That-
whether I max out damage, but I know that's
That was
probably
a-
a save,
yeah.
so I won't say I max out damage. But if you roll again, then I'll.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'm using Wrath of Storm, and I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to max the number of. What do you reckon, thunder or lightning?
Max the number of
Lightning.
lightning. It's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, lightning damage, DC 15,
What kind of save? Dexterity? What?
Dex.
Dex save.
Blue dice of power.
Blue dice of power. No.
Ooh.
Fails.
Oh, 16 points of lightning damage.
After all that.
All that.
Quite a lot of lead up to that.
Fine.
Come
Yeah.
on, it's better
Okay.
than a poke in the eye with a burnt stick.
Otherwise known as a rounding error. On we go. You take 23 points of bludgeoning, so 11.
Okay.
With your rage, second attack hits armor class 30,
Yeah.
doing a hopeless 19, so another 9 points. Third attack hits armor class 28, doing
Yeah.
another 20, so 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then the final attack hits armor class 27. That is 14, 24, so 12 points bludgeoning damage in total.
A couple of rounds, I think, and then I'm.
Trudging
Oh my God.
towards the tree in a total despondent slump. It's purpledy, purpledy.
Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm okay, Mike. I had 2 thoughts. I need a ruling.
Okay. Can I have a
so
Yeah.
I can cast a spell as long as I'm not attacking anything
Georgia-
else, right?
Do you want me to read you the thing, just so you're
Yeah.
certain?
Yeah.
You can't attack or target any creature with harmful abilities, spells, or other magical effects.
Right. But I can basically put a hemispherical wall of force over the top of me. Right?
Yeah. Nothing says you can't do that.
And that would stop me having to walk towards it. Because it would be a dome over the top of me that I would be concentrating on, right?
I mean,
yeah, that's why I need a ruling.
I mean, it's just you're just going to the well of my goodwill here.
Yeah.
You want to get to the tree, is the point.
No, I don't.
No, you, Dan. I'm not talking about you, Dan. I'm talking about Burple, the character, the pretend character, wants to get to the tree. It's compelled to approach the tree. So I don't know that it would deliberately take actions to prevent itself getting to the tree.
Right. What, like teleporting away somewhere? Or was my backup plan? It's like, oh dear, I'm like 5 miles further away.
I was cleaning it and it went off. Yeah. No, I don't know about that. I think trudging towards the tree is the thing.
Okay.
But other than that,
I could do a regenerate on myself, which is my other thought, which is probably the most realistic.
Cool. There we go. That's perfectly
But I
fine.
think I will save that for next time.
Okay.
So this time I'm going to do mirror image.
Yeah, that's completely allowable.
Do you guys remember how to stop this? Because you've been affected by it in the past.
No. Obviously, I thought I did, but clearly that's not what it was.
Have you tried Dispel Magic? Sorry.
I've tried Dispel Magic.
And remove curse.
It's going to be remove curse.
Counter charm seemed to have a possibility, but break enchantment, limited wish. Does anyone have any of these? I don't.
No.
There's greater restoration.
It's very specific what it does.
Yeah. I think it's something. It's a charm effect, so anything that will remove charm effects, I think.
Ooh, Dan.
Yeah.
I could do a hold person on you.
You can't target any other creature with a harmful effect.
Oh, is it any other?
Any other creature or spell effect, I think it is. So I don't think you could, no.
God. Or I can't.
But it's fine. Basically, regenerate is a kind of keep you alive kind of thing, which I'm keeping in my back pocket.
It hasn't yet attacked the people that it's charmed.
No, it hasn't.
No,
That's the
they
thing.
seem to be the last ones that it's going after. So, I mean, I can heal other people. I could do a regenerate on Johnny. Not that, I'd want to do that.
Why would you do
Sorry,
that?
Bugraft. I know, exactly. It would be absolutely crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I just can't see any way out of this for me. I don't have any spells.
Me neither.
Features.
Can Sessions cast hold person?
Pass cast.
No, hang on. I don't know if I actually know that.
Can he cast hold person?
I think hold person is not on my list.
Mike, can you remind us
Yes.
what we, how we got rid of the hopelessness last time? Because it was only a few weeks ago in D&D time. Obviously, we can't remember, but
I can't remember either, to be honest.
I think it was just a simple cure wounds, wasn't it?
That rings a bell.
That automatically
That
ended the
seems
effect.
like that would definitely have been it.
Yeah, it would have been it. Yeah.
Isn't it one of those ones where you just cast like spare the dying or something and that's it? Mending.
The origin of this same effect is different. Yeah. Even if I could remember precisely how you removed it last time, I don't know that would be necessarily a particularly useful steer for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to sessions. It's not going to take any weird actions.
Okay, well, let's start with the Whomping with the air elemental. Might as well at least do that. Schlam. Oh, 30.
That's a hit.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah. 100% hit. Yep.
14 points.
I would say... no, maybe not, actually.
Not bloodied
Okay.
yet. Okay.
No.
Oh, dear. It's a tricky decision what to do next.
It's taken an awful lot of damage, though. Is that it? Gets a single attack?
I think so. Hang on. Let me double check. It does have something that says it's got multi-attacks, but it only seems to actually have one attack.
It's not very useful.
Oh, it makes 2 slam attacks. Shit.
Go for it.
Oh dear.
That was from last round when it should have had its 2 slam attacks.
I'm sorry.
Does it have an Ort dice?
I don't think that the hair element has an Ort dice, no.
Do I get to
I'm
use
very
my
sorry.
Hobbit ability to reroll once?
Can you use it?
That's
Can
a
you
bit of a
impart it on
stretch.
other people?
I think it's a
bit of a
stretch.
stretch, Graham.
That's the end of the
Scraping.
hair element.
Yeah. Then
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what to do. Oh, sorry. Do need a confirmation, Mike. Is
Yeah.
summoning the elemental using the sensor a concentration effect?
What does it say under the magical item?
I don't know. I thought you might know.
My knowledge is wide and shallow.
Google it, man.
Senses
Google it.
command, word, and summon an air elemental. As if you'd cast the spell, so I guess it is a concentration effect then.
Okay.
That's...
I would have thought if it was a magical item, you wouldn't have to. That's the point, isn't it? Magical items.
I don't know. What's the rule on concentration spells and magic items?
Here we go. Okay. The rule for concentration applies.
Yeah, I thought it did. I think we've looked it up before. Okay.
The spell uses its normal casting time, range, and duration, and the user of the item must concentrate if the spell requires concentration.
That makes sense.
On we go.
Okay, so...
Oh, we're not on we go. I mean, rather, back we are.
Back we are
To where
thinking
we
of
were.
something exciting to do.
Yeah, think of something exciting to do. Please, go for it.
That
Think
doesn't
of
require
something exciting.
concentration. Fuck. Shit. Okay, I'm going to have to fly out of the forest, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Out of the protective
Ooh, wouldn't
zone.
do that.
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to...
You're safe, Graham.
Of course it's not safe.
Depends which way he's flying out of the forest.
That's true. That's true.
I'm going to fly
Flying
out of the
northwards.
forest. Yeah, to the north, back to the portal.
I'm going to fly south towards, but not right up to Burple. Actually, maybe I'll just fly right up to Burple.
Burple.
You're going to fly right up.
Right up.
Right up. Right up.
Go on,
Right
fly on the
up.
other side of Burple using Burple as a shield. You know you want to do it. Just say
I'll
it.
fly up to sort of close to Burple, but yeah, actually probably...
Fly up to Burple. Yeah.
I'll fly up to there
Ooh,
to
past
position myself
Burple.
for next round, or to get whomped by the
Yes.
fucking tree. Oops, excuse me.
Oh, no, that's it.
That's it, yeah. It's a move. It's more than my moves. I have to move to get up there.
Wow, that is a very unsessions-like.
I'm positioning
Round.
myself.
At the end of your turn, Sessions,
Yeah.
and before Parker's turn, Parker, from behind you,
Ugh. So what's
Where's
right?
Parker?
on both sides,
Oh,
to your
hiding in the
north
trees.
and to your south,
bloody hell.
the trees around you shudder into life.
More trees.
And the two animated trees that were traipsing their way into the clearing
Mm-hmm.
change direction and start inevitably, well, not charging.
They don't really need to charge, do they? They can walk at
No.
a gentle
They
pace because they
just-
know they're going to stomp
Yeah,
him.
they're inevitably stomping Parker towards you. They just lean forwards. But the trees on either side of you rear up above you, Parker, and strike down. And we will find out
Oh,
Oh no.
if Parker is going to be tree food, if Burple is ever going to complete his rather deliberately slow move towards
bloody hell.
worshipping at the foot of the tree, as Sessions made an extraordinarily dangerous and bold move by just flying out to the middle of the clearing when we pick things up again next week.
No point. The world is over.
The world is...
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Library of Last Resort and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Library of Last Resort was written by Nicholas Logue. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 5 Gems in a Trench Coat.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
What's that? You want to know what 5 gems in a trench coat is? Let us tell you.
It's the adhesive that keeps the fragile pieces of my sanity together.
Well, okay, Jesse, what it actually is a narrative-driven TTRPG actual play where 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop game of their choice.
Of their choice.
Each season?
Each season.
That's pretty cool.
I disagree.
Oh.
I feel it's the adhesive.
So, like, you guys aren't all in a trench coat?
No, we're definitely in a trench coat.
How does that work?
Get her.
Before I'm caught, you can check out 5 Gems in a Trench Coat just about anywhere you get your podcasts, or you can check out our website at 5gemsinatrenchcoat.com. Oh my god, they really are all in a trench coat.